So I don't honestly know what's going on with my YouTube with my microphone. I really don't know what's going on, guys. It's been a while. I'll have to like do some troubleshooting a little bit later. So I'm sorry if I sound like a robot and everything. I can always give the other microphone a shot. I have that blue snowball that we could also plug in. But the thing is with YouTube, they're not very friendly when it comes to actually wanting to see what's it called? When it comes to doing a bunch of stuff, like it makes it hard. So I'm gonna, if you guys hear me back, comes to doing a bunch of stuff, like I sound fine. I sound fine. I don't know where you guys are saying I sound like a robot. I sound fine on the playback that I was playing with. Oh, it's better. Okay, I don't know what was going on, man. Like honestly, I can't tell you, man. Sometimes YouTube does that. I gotta fix my encoder too. Like XSplit is kind of messing up and everything, so I gotta fix that. But yeah, anyways. WWE Royal Rumble. I got to get my cheap plugs again. So sorry if you guys heard this before and you're hearing it again, but you're going to have to hear it again. But yeah, you're going to go check out my video. And then afterwards, if you guys do have time, check out my boy Steven's Team Hill podcast. I'll be on there. My predictions will be the same, but hey, you get to hear predictions from some of my wrestling friends. So that's cool. As well, check out the OK Faye Random Wrestling podcast when you're done as with that as well. All right, I'm going to do some tags real quick. On the YouTube, because YouTube doesn't like doing, like, that's the thing about this YouTube live. You can't really set up your tags like with the encoders. You can set up your tags. With YouTube live, they're like, nah, man, they don't want that. So I got to do the usual tags and stuff like that. Finn Balor winning title, you know, stupid stuff like that. But for the views that I've been getting, you know, I really don't get that much views, but for the views that I've been getting like good views. What's it called? I've been getting good views for not putting tags in my title, so I've been very impressed. So thank you guys very much. It's all because of you guys. If I didn't have you, I wouldn't be getting my 200 views video and stuff like that. Let's see. Royal Rumble results, Royal Rumble predictions. You always got to do these Scoopy tags and stuff like that. Royal Rumble predictions, WWE wrestling, and you can hear my dogs barking in the fucking background. Kenny Omega debut. You got to do whatever tags you can get, man. All right, those should be good. Those should be good for now. All right, that should be good. Those are some good tags. Anyways, like I said, we're going to be doing some Royal Rumble predictions. And guarantee you right now, my mom's going to interrupt me. She's going to come into my room and interrupt me. So I'm just going to let you guys know now. You're going to get that interruption. She's going to ask me, hey, what do you want for dinner? And I'm going to be like, I don't know, get whatever. I'm not picky. Like, that's the thing about me. Maybe that's a bad thing, that I'm not picky, but I'm not a picky person. Like, I don't care what you pick up to eat or whatever. I'll eat it. Like, I just eat. Like, that's the thing. And I don't understand this. Like, she's known me for how long? She should know. I'm just going to eat. I'll pay you back, but I'll eat first. Like, golly. But yeah, oh yeah, Henry Cejudo, man. He's going to get that Nikki Bella. He can look and he can touch, man. John Cena's going to run up. John Cena doesn't have the ankle injury. We all know what John Cena is going to do, man. I'll get my Royal Rumble surprise entrant predictions when I talk about the Rumble match itself. So that's when I'll talk about my predictions for like surprise entrants. But anyways, let's go on and let's talk about the Royal Rumble live from Chase Field, presented by Golden Crisp. I don't even know what the hell Golden Crisp is. 205 Live is represented, Raw is represented, and SmackDown Live is represented. Buddy Murphy defends his title against Tozawa, the corpse known as Kenta, and Kalisto, the GOAT of this channel, as you guys know. As much as I would love to say Kalisto, as much as I would love to say he's going to win and be the Cruiserweight champion, or maybe the corpse of Kenta ends up becoming the champion, we all know that ain't the case. Buddy Murphy's going to still be champion. And here's the thing. What are they building Buddy Murphy up for? Because, like, is there a guy, like, I know Kushida is leaving New Japan, but really, are you really building up Buddy Murphy for another guy that you're not going to go all the way with? Who's the character that we're building Buddy Murphy up for? Who's the wrestler? Because you almost think that, oh, yeah, they're building up Buddy Murphy to lose to Ali. Now Mustafa Ali got upgraded to the main roster. And so now it's like, okay, well, what are you building him up for now? Who's going to be the person to take the belt off Buddy Murphy? Leo Rush is a heel, so are you really going to go down that route and make Buddy Murphy a face? I don't know. Maybe R-Truth should take it, man. So, yeah, when it comes down to it, Buddy Murphy is going to retain. Rusev defends his U.S. championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. Funny how a year makes, man. Nakamura was main eventing. He was a Royal Rumble winner last year, and now this guy is barely on the card. So yeah, that's pretty sad if you ask. Like that's sad.
So yeah, that's pretty sad.
Because like think about that, man. He was the Rumble winner last year. Now this guy's like he's like what they call it? He's on the pre-show. Last year, this guy was main eventing. Now he's on the pre-show. Well, not main eventing, but one of the big matches. You know. So for me, that's sad. That's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. So yeah. Rusev's gonna win. That's the pre-show. Doesn't sound very exciting. But don't worry, we got the main card. And the main card, that's exciting shit, right? We kick off with the Bar taking on the co-besties, The Miz and Shane McMahon, for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles. I don't know where I'm really going to feel about this. I feel like this match should open the card. There's no reason why it shouldn't. And, you know, the WWE, they love doing this, where they put a team together, has no business being a team. And then you know what happens? They win. They win the tag team belts. And they always beat an established team to do it. They never beat like, oh, yeah, they beat the other random team. No, they always beat the established team. And the Bar has been that team, man. They've been losing to random odd teams, man. They've been losing to Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins, Care Bear and the Little Kid. And now they could be losing to Shane and Miz. Because I really don't know what they're going to be building this up to. Like, this is not like a story. Like to me, the Miz should be in a better program. Like, I'm just going to say it, man. Like, why is the Miz wasting his time with this? This is just like and do I really want to see Shane McMahon dancing around with the SmackDown Tag Team titles? No. Who are you going to drop the belts to? Who are you going to really drop the belts to where I'm like, oh, man, they dropped the belts to these people? I don't care. I really don't. When it comes to this tag team title match, it should be a solid affair. I'm just going to go with the Bar. You know, I'm going to go with the Bar is going to win. That's just how it is. Like, they're just going to win. Because, like, I feel like you can't give it to Shane and Miz. Like, I feel like the Bar right now, they need to be tag team champions. Where's Big Show? I thought Big Show was the Bar's buddy. Where's Big Show at to stop these people? Come on, Big Show. Come back. Come back to us, Big Show. So after that match, which is like really like the only quote unquote filler match, now it's time for the WWE to think about how they're going to book this show. Like, I don't see one of the Rumble matches kicking off the show. They've done that in the past where they've had a Rumble match kick off the show, but I always feel like one of the Rumble matches should be second or third on the card. Having that like be in the middle, that's hard. This year, though, unlike last year, they do have a solid undercard where they do have, you know, a solid like WWE and Universal, Raw Women's and SmackDown Women's title. That's interesting. But then this is when you get the second match on the card. You wonder, what are they going to do? Now, for my prediction's sake, I'm just going to predict the undercard matches right away. But just keep in mind, when I predict something here, my predictions could always change, because for all I know, the Women's Royal Rumble could be the second match on the card, and then a whole shift of the pay-per-view changes, man. Like, the pay-per-view is not going to be as consistent as it was. I wanted Joe James because see, the point of the opener, get the fans hot and going. You don't want the fans to be hot for the opening match, and then afterwards, 10 minutes in, they're kind of lulling and bored. And then afterwards, you have the Rumble match, which is an exhausting match in itself to watch, and then you tire them out, and then you throw in something. And then especially if you want fans to not be pissed about Becky Lynch not being the Women's Rumble, you open up with the Women's Rumble, and then you have Becky fall after. Oh, you don't want that. That would be poor booking management. Bryan and AJ opening is fine. That's one of the title matches where it seems like it could go one way. Bryan retaining most likely. That's fine. Not a big deal. SmackDown Live Women's Championship, Asuka versus Becky Lynch. I think a lot of people have Asuka winning and Becky winning the Rumble. I disagree, as EC3 would say. I just have Asuka retaining. I just think Asuka is going to retain. I think there's going to be some tomfoolery, but I do have Asuka retaining this match, retaining the belt. I just think she's walking out as champion. Raw Women's Championship, Ronda's winning. Let's just be real. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this match actually main events the card. I know everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, Chase, calm down." I wouldn't be surprised, especially if certain aspects play into account. Let's say if they want to force the 4 horsewomen and do all that crap, what else could follow? Without, like, you can't really have the Rumble follow that. The 4 horsewomen standing proud would be like the big what's it called? That's why I feel like you can't, like, if this match could very well main event Sasha versus Ronda. It very could well. Will it? Yeah, if I'm a betting man, I would say, like, if it had good odds, I would say yeah. But I feel like Ronda Rousey most likely is going to retain. Well, not most likely, she is going to retain. As for the rumors of Ronda Rousey leaving WWE soon, look, like she said, don't talk about my vagina. All right? That's my vagina is my business. That's what she said. Ronda feels like, her vagina is her business, so it is what it is. We're not going to talk about the reasons why she should be leaving WWE. Like shit, it's her business. If she leaves, so what? She put in a great era, in my personal opinion. If she's just a special attraction for the next couple years she's under contract, sure. I have no problem with that. I'm surprised Ronda Rousey was full-time in the first place. I thought Ronda Rousey was always going to be a special attraction. I thought she was just female Brooke. Like, we were just going to see Ronda every once in a while. I didn't realize we are going to see her this much. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Sasha resting bitch face. We already know that's coming. I don't know, like, she's just terrible with that, man. Like, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Chase, did you see Sasha's booty?" Yeah, her pants fell down, and you saw like a pantyhose and the thong. Okay, whatever. Wasn't really that impressive. Looks like a high school. No, not high school booty. Looks like a college booty. Just saying. So yeah. Yeah. What's wrong with Ronda coming back on a shorter schedule? We all knew she wasn't supposed to be like every other women wrestler. So let's just be real. But yeah, I have Ronda retaining. Like, so I'm boring with the women's matches, but the WWE and the Universal title matches. Oh, wait. Let's talk about the WWE Championship match. AJ Styles, the real AJ Styles, and the new Daniel Bryan. I feel like this will probably be their best outing, most likely their last outing against each other. It's kind of cool to see AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan face off. And I feel like this match could go either way. Where, I did say earlier, most likely Daniel Bryan retaining. That's like a good safe bet. But I wouldn't be surprised if WWE threw the ball back at AJ Styles. I wouldn't be surprised, even if it's just a short title reign. Because we haven't had those in a while where WWE kind of gives the belt to someone and they only hold it for like 3 weeks and then the other person gets it back. We haven't had those in quite some time. Those little shock title reigns. And those are good every once in a while. Not when you used to do it back in like 2009 where it was like every month the belt was changing hands. But it's good to have one of those shock title reigns. And I feel like AJ winning the belt and then just losing at an Elimination Chamber or something like that, that seems like it's okay. But at the same time, I feel like with Daniel Bryan, he has such good momentum. Like, why would you want to ruin it just to give the belt to AJ Styles? Like, AJ Styles hasn't really taken that big of a character change. It's not like AJ Styles is like, oh, the real AJ Styles, this deserves a world title right now. No, it feels like the real AJ Styles should just be the real AJ Styles, just be him without the belt. Because right now, when you look at AJ Styles, you always think about him as WWE champion because he's been champion for so long, for so many years. And so when it comes down to it, I always feel like, hey, why don't we see what AJ does without the belt? That's something that would be interesting a little bit, right? See what Styles does without the belt. I feel like Bryan, he doesn't necessarily need the belt as his character, but I feel like the belt on him right now is the best. So I feel like we should go with Daniel Bryan still as champion. Not go with I won't be surprised if AJ wins. I really won't. If AJ Styles walks out of Chase Field as WWE champion, I won't be surprised. But I don't feel like they should go with AJ Styles. I feel like Daniel Bryan should retain the championship. Going with AJ Styles, I don't know. I feel like Bryan is the best bet right now. His character's on fire. It's funny as hell. It's a money character. It's a great heel. You can get anyone to face that character, and it works either way. So Daniel Bryan to retain. Now the Universal Championship match. Now this is where people are going to think I'm crazy. I can't believe I'm saying this. But I have an upset, guys. Oh yeah. What? Yo! Finn Balor is winning the Universal title. Book it. That is my upset. I just may be saying, Chase, how are you saying this? Chase, you're the #1 Finn Balor hater. That's true. But here's the thing. I was going to predict that Finn Balor was going to win the Royal Rumble and win the title from Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So if I was going to predict that blasphemy, I might as well go all in. I might as well go double or nothing. I might as well go all elite wrestling on this shit and just stick to my guns, bang, bang, and freaking just stick with Finn Balor. Because knowing this dumb company, they're going to go with it. They're just going to say, you know what? Screw it. All this month of building up freaking Brock Lesnar being some big tough guy. All these times of not pushing Care Bear to be the guy to beat him. You know what? It makes sense for the extra boring man who does extra boring things to freaking beat Brock Lesnar. Like for real. I could just see it now. Finn Balor comes out with his goofy little smile. Brock is all, I'm Jimmy Johnson. And Balor does a bunch of bullshit and then freaking wins the belt. We don't even get the diamond. No, the diamond won't even show up. It'll just be, yo. I really feel like Finn Balor is walking out with the Universal title. I don't know why I feel like this. I don't know why I get this idea where I'm like, oh, Finn Balor is walking out as champion. I just get this mindset and it just takes over me. I'm just like, oh, it's happening. This is a thing. This will happen. He's winning the belt. Because I just, like, here's the thing. And when you get to my Rumble winner, you guys are going to think I'm crazier. But by golly gee, I really do feel like Finn Balor's winning. I don't know, man. I just feel like he's winning the belt. You can't convince me that he's not right now. Just everything that they're building it up to be like especially how Vince is making it so obvious. He comes out every week, Vince McMahon, he's like, oh, you're too small, damn it. You're not a man. And especially because Brock, he didn't get booked for the March UFC card. All right. And it was possible for Brock to possibly, get booked for the March UFC card and still be at Mania. But there's still a chance for April. There's still a chance for May. And I feel like if it's an April or May card fight, there's no way we see Brock at WrestleMania. March, I thought it was still a possibility. April and May, I don't think so. Dana White's hush-hush about his main event right now. Normally, that would be announced around this time. Anyone who follows MMA knows that. And I feel like Brock Lesnar's done just because of where he's at with UFC. I feel like WWE is just sitting there like, oh, WrestleMania. Yeah, it's in New York. Yeah, we would like to have you, Brock. But it is what it is. Because I feel like with this card, because here's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, there's no way Chase he could do a March fight in WrestleMania. He did a July fight and then SummerSlam. I think it's harder for him to have it where it's like, okay, go do WrestleMania and then go do a UFC fight. I don't think the UFC would Brock Lesnar in a fight if they knew he had to do a wrestling match beforehand. Because here's the thing. You're going to have Brock Lesnar do a wrestling match beforehand. That's ridiculous. What if he gets injured? You don't know what could happen. You honestly don't know what could happen with this situation. So the way I look at it and the way I see it, I really think Brock is entering training camp soon. He's getting ready to face DC because John Jones right now is facing Anthony Smith. It doesn't seem like we're getting John Jones going to face Brock Lesnar anytime soon. I think Brock just wants to get DC while DC's hot still, and while DC's still ready to wrestle or still ready to fight. And I think we're going. I think we're going to get Brock Lesnar dropping the belt. That's where I really feel like we're getting. I feel like Brock Lesnar's dropping the belt. If not this pay-per-view, sometime down the line, because Dana White, like I said, hush hush about his main event. He hasn't announced that May pay-per-view main event, and that's kind of weird because that's one of UFC's bigger cards. It's always the May card. It goes March, May, the 4th of July, and then your December card. Those are tentatively the bigger cards, and also the Madison Square Garden tend to also be the big cards too. So I don't know, man. Kind of fishy. That's why I feel like Finn Balor is going to win. That's why. Oh God, I can't believe I said. Can you guys believe I said that? Y'all probably all sitting here, damn, Chase. Can't believe you're endorsing. I'm not endorsing him to win. The fuck no. I had it my fucking way. Finn Balor would not even be fighting for the title. But damn it, dude. I feel like I'm going to see it. And I hope I'm wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes when I come on YouTube, I wish I could be right. I wish I could always be right and just shove it down your throats and be like, hey, I told you so. But there's times where I want to be wrong. There's times where I sit here and I say something and I'm like, please, God, hope I'm wrong on this one. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. Dana White versus Ariel Helwani would be one of the top. It would get 1 million pay-per-view buys. Easy. With all Dana White could promote that shit. Ariel Helwani and his big fucking nose, like, oh, that's an easy million, almost 1 million. I would say lowest pay-per-view buys would be like 800,000, but that's 1 million easy, man. That's 1 million easy. I give that a good million pay-per-view buys. Dana White versus Ariel Helwani. But yeah, I think Brock Lesnar drops the belt to Finn Balor and take this off because I'm done talking about him. Yo! So yeah, that's my upset. Finn Balor walking out as Universal Champion. But I hope I'm wrong. So yeah. Going on now to talk about the WWE Women's Royal Rumble match, the second one ever. The first one, I actually went back to watch the first one. Quite enjoyable. I didn't remember enjoying it in the beginning, but it was quite enjoyable. So I'm laughing at what Wrestling Fan 316 said. Oh man, if they signed Mickey Mouse, Cody Rhodes would be Mickey's bitch. Huh? Say you're a Dusty Rhodes kid, right? Huh? You're nothing compared to me, bitch. I'll show you what a real mouse does. I'm a real second generation wrestler. Surprises from this Women's Royal Rumble. I think we will see the usual suspects, the Trish Stratuses of the world and stuff. I would like to see Victoria. I heard she retired, but I hope that's not the case. Karma sighting would be kind of cool, just to see Awesome Khan, do something. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe we'll see some NXT type of people. But when it comes down to my final four, I have this as my final four. I have Charlotte, Shayna Baszler, Ember Moon, and Nia Jax. Chase, where's Becky? I don't think Becky's going to be in the match. Chase, how dare you not put Becky in the match? Look, here's the thing. I'm not going to put someone in these. I'm just going to say this now. For both men and women's Royal Rumble, for my predictions, not your predictions, you can have Becky winning. But for me, if you're not in the Rumble match, I'm not going to put you in the Rumble match. So for me, this is how I have it. Because I have this whole night being planned to set up some 4 horsewomen crap. That's what I really feel like this is going to be. I feel like Shayna Baszler and Charlotte eliminate each other, and they're going to brawl it out. Then I have Ember Moon eliminating Nia Jax near the end. Or Alexa Bliss is another option for my final 4. I was going to say choose Alexa Bliss, but then I was like, I could see Alexa Bliss not really winning this and kind of getting eliminated a little bit earlier. Well, a little bit later and stuff like that. But I feel like Ember Moon's gonna win the Women Rumble, and I feel like she's gonna go to SmackDown to rekindle her feud with Asuka. Because right now the WWE doesn't have a SmackDown Women's match really planned for Old Mania. I feel Ember Moon versus Asuka would be a fine women's championship match for WrestleMania. They have great chemistry against each other. It'd be someone that you've been kind of wavering with. I feel like Ember Moon on Raw is just going to be a lost cause at this point. And really, to be honest, when you look at all the other wrestlers on the freaking Raw roster, especially if you're going to force all the 4 horsewomen on one roster, what is Ember Moon really going to do? I feel like Ember Moon, really, to be honest, is going to be fine if she goes to SmackDown. I feel like she would be beneficial to go on SmackDown. Other possible winners of the Rumble, Charlotte, because Golden Children rule, bitches. Alexa Bliss, because she's one of Triple H's little children, so should work. Nikki Cross, NXT gal that maybe you want to get some rub to, and also has a history with Asuka, so that'd be a fine SmackDown Live's championship match if you want to go down that route. I could also see a Bayley pulling off a surprise win. That would be something, and they can set up a fatal 4-way. Oh, let's not forget about Bayley, damn it. So those are, and Nia Jax is another option, and I can see her going to SmackDown and once again rekindling the feud. I don't think Paige is going to wrestle anytime soon or do anything. I don't think so. Blue Knight. I don't feel like Alexa Bliss's future is bad, because I feel like what's it called? I feel like Alexa Bliss is going to win the first ever tag titles, because WWE, they love to make random teams always win the tag title, so I could see that. So yeah, that's my prediction for the Women Rumble. I have Ember Moon winning the Women Rumble. I may be crazy. I know people are going to be like, Ember Moon, what the? But keep in mind, from my perspective, I always look at it when I predict who needs it more. Who needs the Rumble more? Joe James, Sasha, and Bayley are an established tag team. When has WWE ever given an established tag team the first ever inaugural titles in the 2000s? Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, WWE Tag Team Champions. Neville and Corey Graves, Tag Team Champions for NXT. Dusty Rhodes Classic, Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. Hell, the NXT UK titles were won by that Gibson kid and Drake. They never give established tag teams those official belts right away. Hell, the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles were won by Slater and Rhino out of all freaking teams. And they beat some established teams to get those. They never give established teams the tag team belts right away. They always give it to some random team that they just pull out of a hat. So yeah, nothing much, Xander, just predicting the Rumble. But yeah, so that's how I do my predictions. If anyone wants to know, you can disagree. That's fine. I do. That's all welcome here on this channel. I'm not like every other YouTuber. But when I do my predictions and my quote-unquote armchair booking, I always look at it as like, oh, who needs it more? And I feel like Ember Moon needs this more, because I feel like with Becky and Charlotte, you can find other ways to get them to that match. You know, you can find ways for them to get to Ronda Rousey. And I just feel like this night, one of the main goals is to set up that 4 horsewomen match at either Elimination Chamber or at Fastlane, because you need 2 months worth of content for you to actually care about the match. And I feel like the 4 horsewomen match, they're just going to rush it. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Moving on forward now to the men's Royal Rumble match. Now this is going to get interesting. Interesting. For me, my surprises for the men Royal Rumble match, long shot surprise is Kenny Omega. We still don't know what his contract situation is. AEW seems like his team, but you never know, man. New Japan could have made an agreement with WWE where he buys out the contract. They're in Arizona. They're in the West Coast. Vince loves this idiot for whatever reason, so I could see Alberto Del Stinko making a fucking triumphant return. And don't be surprised if that shit happens and we are... I swear to God, if I hear that stupid-ass music and I see Del Stinko's fat ass walking around, I'll be pissed. But Vince loves him. Like I said, they're in Arizona. Could happen. Good Hispanic fan base down there, so just saying. Won't be surprised if I hear Del Stinko's music running around. I'm just saying. Won't be surprised. NXT guys that I would like to see. Velveteen is obviously a popular one, but we necessarily always don't get the popular ones. I could see Aleister Black, though, making a Rumble debut in this one. So that would be a good surprise right there. Some legends. Tatanka's name has been floating around the rumor mill. I'd be down if, maybe you got Ultimo Dragon. That'd be kind of interesting. I don't know what Ultimo Dragon's doing nowadays, but it'd be funny just to see him for just a few minutes. Just a few minutes in this situation. So I was just choosing a name that I would be kind of interested in, and Ultimo Dragon would be funny. Spike Dudley, I think he lives in the Arizona area. Montel Vontavious Porter would be another good one to have as a surprise entrant for me. So yeah, those are my surprises. Obviously, we would all like to see if Kenny Omega would make the jump. I would be personally, that would make the Rumble matches super crazy. And especially if they somehow got One Winged Angel. Oh my God. Could you imagine how fucking hyped that place would get? Like, what if it's like, bum, 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 and then Kenny Omega comes out and everyone's like, Kenny Omega. That'd be great. Also be great? Goldberg. Del Rio just sucks now, Degenerate Shargon. He's a degenerate. I don't like Del Rio. He sucks now. I'm tired of him. Tired of hearing about this idiot. But, they are in Arizona. They're on the West Coast, and they love Del Cinco. Like, I don't know what it is. Del Rio has a big West Coast following, man. Like, I can't tell you how many house shows I've been to, and I can tell you Del Rio was the biggest pop of the night. He was the biggest pop of the night. Not even close. Like, it's just ridiculous how much West Coast loves Del Rio. It's insane. Oh, Rob Conway, just look at me. That would actually get a pop, to be honest. Oh, yeah, Ryback would be fine, too. I think Philip M6 said Ryback. He'd be okay. He's not really one of my surprise entrants. But, yeah, those are my surprise entrants for the 2019 Royal Rumble. As for my predictions, my final four for this Rumble, of course, after watching SmackDown Live, I already knew Randall Keith Orton's in the final four. It's obvious. Seth Rollins in the final four. Drew McIntyre's in the final four. And who else could also be in the final four? Who else could be in the final? The fuck? The hell is that, man? The fuck is going on, man? Wrong light went out. I gotta get the light bulb from up. What the? Oh my God, no way. Is it here? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. I know you missed me, and I know you guys booed me. Well, I'm now back, man. I'm back to do what I do best, and that's scare the living daylights of each and every single one of you. And that's why, man, that's why I'm going to be in the Final Four. And not only will I be in the Final Four, man, I'm going to go on, and I'm going to win the Royal Rumble, man. I'm returning for vengeance. That's what I'm going to do, man. You people sit there on your top on your little keyboards with the screens, and you like to predict your heroes like Seth Rollins or your mans and psychopaths like Drew McIntyre. Well, here's the funny thing about that, man. I'm like a psychopath and a hero built into one. You want a hero that can guide you to the light? That's me. You want a psychopath that can make you question your faith? That's me. You talk about the Viper Randy Orton, I'm like an anaconda, man. You want to sit here and choose Kenny Omega? He's just a one-winged angel. I'm a full-time devil. And what I will do is win that Royal Rumble. I'll go on to main event WrestleMania and I'll slay that Damon Finn Balor. Finn Balor will go down to Sister Abigail like he should have all those years ago. And Chase Oliver will finally get the dream match he's been wanting. Sister Abigail and Finn Balor. The Damon versus Sister Abigail. Oh, can't you feel the fireflies? Can't you feel the fireflies, man? You face of fear. Ha! Wow, that was an experience. Chase Wyatt making the bold return, the bold statement, and I have to agree. I have Bray Wyatt winning the Rumble, damn it. I was sitting there and I was like, who's going to win this stupid Rumble? And I just felt to myself, this is a year of a random winner, isn't it? It has to be. I feel like, here's the thing. Everyone's saying, oh, Drew or Seth. I'm sorry, but it's like, okay, Seth, does he need it? No. Does Drew need the Rumble? Yeah, a little bit more. But like, I look at it and I'm like, there's only two guys that really should win this Rumble. There really is only two guys. And one of them, we don't even know if he's in the company. Kenny Omega should be the main guy. If he's signed with the company, you have him win the Rumble and you have him face whoever the fuck you want him to face. And he wins the title. That's just it. You rocket ship this idiot. But then I'm just thinking about, oh God, Bray Wyatt's training again. He hasn't been around. They love putting him in big matches that he doesn't. Oh God. Oh, he's winning. The only other exception, and I don't know, maybe he's still filming Hobbs and Shaw, is The Rock. The only other exception too is Dave Bautista or hell, Roman Reigns. But those three just seem like so out of left field. Like, here's the thing. They're playing in the baseball field. Right now, Bray Wyatt, that's their four hole. That's what they feel like would be a great home run surprise. A nice home run single. Kenny Omega is their grand slam hope that they get. Reigns, Rock, and Batista, they're their outfielders. They hope they can catch the ball, but we don't know if they're going to. I just feel it's a random winner year. I don't feel like it's an obvious guy. I hope I'm wrong. But there's a sick, demented part of me that just sits there and I'm like, I never got that match, the Demon versus the Demon versus Sister Abigail. And a sick part of me wants me to see this. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, I feel like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are both returning in this match. I feel like Kevin Owens is a great Final Four. Other guys that could win besides, I feel Bray Wyatt and Kenny Omega being two options. And yes, I know people, Kenny Omega's not in the company. I know, fuck. I get it. I'm just saying, if he's at the company, he should win the Rumble. But other options to win the Rumble, Orton. I mean, it's Randy Orton. Like, what do you think? Like, he's gonna win. It's just obvious. Cena, if he doesn't want to film the movie that day, good old big match John, get that third Rumble, tie it with Austin, solidify him greatest of all time. Yeah, Cena. So yeah. No, Cena's too. Cena is another option. Kevin Owens, just for the shock factor, you could have him return. It'd be a nice little return thing. They've done it with guys like Edge in the past and Cena in the past. So Kevin Owens is not too far away. Also, Cejudo came out at 29 and Cena stares at him. And Cejudo has like generic ass music too. And he has that ugly UFC flyweight belt. Oh, that'd be great. So yeah. No, Nolan, have you seen the new Kevin Owens pics where he looks skinny? He looks like skinny now, man. Kevin Owens with that weird tattoo. He got the Jericho tattoo and he lost some weight. So yeah, Kevin Owens is another option that you could choose to possibly win the Rumble. I don't know why they would go down this route, but Samoa Joe was another option for whatever reason. McIntyre and Rollins, obvious. And then another nice little curveball that I think would be cool would be Jeff Hardy. Could you imagine Jeff Hardy winning the Rumble? It'd be like, oh, why Jeff Hardy? Who cares? Whoever he faces will be a good match. Hardy versus Lesnar, good match. Hardy versus Balor, good match. Hardy versus Styles or Bryan, good match. Lashley's a guy I would hope to win, but I don't see it happening because he's the IC champ, and they'll use that as a reason that's good enough for Lashley. Lashley. So yeah. There's a lot of options for this Rumble. A lot of wide open options. Personal favorite of mine that I hope wins the Rumble, though. Like, if I were to choose someone where I'm like, man, I just hope they kind of win the Rumble. I don't really care if it makes sense. I would hope like Big E would win the Royal Rumble. Just to see what that would happen. So, yeah. Well, Matt Hardy's retired or semi-retired. That would be a good surprise. Broken Matt. That'd be great. You know, Senior Benjamin comes out and then later on he's all like, you thought I was done? I will delete you. And it's like, oh, man, dude. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's it for the predictions. I feel like Royal Rumble will be a solid card. If you guys have any questions, next 20 minutes, I'll answer as much as I can. Because I'm going to go eat some food before I have to get on the Team Meal podcast with Heel Steven, OK Fabe, Walter, aka Non-Legit Wrestling, and Big Mike's Wrestling Show. I felt my Bray Wyatt was one of my best. I felt that was one of my best Bray Wyatt promos in quite some time. Like, I feel like I killed it. Like, I'm stroking my own ego here, as I normally do. So, yeah. Nicholas. Oh, dude, we get the return of Care Bear's little tag team partner. So, yeah. Do you like Asuka beat Ember Moon at EC and she can beat Charlotte at WrestleMania? And then you have Becky beat Ronda one-on-one match at WrestleMania and Ronda can face Bayley at EC or 4 Horsewomen at EC? I don't want Asuka to beat Ember Moon at all because I want them to face at Mania. So, yeah. I feel like the 4 Horsewomen match is happening at Elimination Chamber 100% though. Like it, or at Fastlane. One of those 2 pay-per-views. But I wouldn't have Ember Moon lose at all. Why not push Hardy versus Bryan at Mania 35? I think Jeff Hardy signed a 2-year deal or something like that. So I don't know if he's still around for Mania 35. That sounds like a SummerSlam, which is fine. You can do that at SummerSlam, but I don't know if Mania 35 is that too far. Can you see R-Truth pulling a 40-man Royal Rumble Santino? I can see that. Honestly, I think it would be funny if they did an idea where R-Truth is like, went to the Ron Arena, like he's at the arena next door or something, so someone else takes him at number 30. So, yeah. Do you think Henry Cejudo has a red panty night celebration? Oh, he's having a black panty night celebration with Nikki Bella. Her Nikki likes black. Abyss for a surprise entrance. Oh, God, no. I'm sorry, CPZ. No Abyss. No. Like, that's a signing right there. Way too fucking late. No one cares, dude. Like, I'm like, oh God, if I heard that, I'd be like, no. I guess, why not? Sure. Thoughts on Roman starting his acting career? It was nice of his cousin Dwayne to hook him up a little bit. Pretty cool for Roman to get that spot. I saw that picture and I was like, what is this for? And he's like, oh yeah, Roman Reigns is gonna be in Hobbs Shaw. Good for that. And it pisses me off too, because Roman did this, and everyone was like, oh, leukemia. His leukemia is fake, damn it. You know you can do stuff when you're sick? Like, that's the thing that I hate the most is like people, what's it called? Act like, what's it called? People act like you can't do stuff when you have cancer. It just makes me so mad. And people are like, oh, why does he wrestle? You know how hard it is to freaking wrestle and get the treatment on the road? Like, here's the thing. This is not like Roman just takes pills and he could be fine to wrestle. No, he has to actually get real treatment, radiology. And then there's certain periods of time where you can't be touching anyone after you get that. So you're going to sit here and tell me you want Roman Reigns to be on the road and infecting people with gamma rays. Dean Ambrose is already a lunatic. We don't need more of this guy. Like, people with like, this is why wrestling fans, I feel like wrestling fans don't have any social interaction, don't fucking know how to talk to people, and don't know shit about life. Go outside, stop fucking watching Progress Pro Wrestling at 2 in the fucking morning and actually learn something besides pro wrestling, because it's embarrassing the freaking content or the freaking things you tweet. It's embarrassing how wrestling fans act half the time. Yes, I am not excluded from that. I can act like a fool on here sometimes too, but I find it completely embarrassing when I see a wrestling fan thinking that someone would fucking lie about leukemia and they see him acting in a movie and act like it's impossible for them to do that. It just shows the lack of social skills that are wrestling fans and how freaking inept they are in general. Not you guys. You guys are smart, but I'm just saying in general. Oh, I'm sorry. And even if it was not even Roman, if Finn Balor, and I'm saying his name correctly just to prove a point here. If Finn Balor had cancer and was doing the same shit, I would not sit here and fucking be okay with people saying he's faking it. That's just disgusting to say. I would not freaking say, like, it's just disgusting, dog. Like, it just pisses me off when people do that, dude. Especially for someone like me who has had personal illnesses and is currently ill as it is. And I have to hear people say, like, I hate when people say, Chase, you're not ill. Really, motherfucker?